Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 12th of March, and to be quite honest, I don't actually know where to begin today. So much has gone on since I last did a video. But I think the one thing I have to mention is the resolve of the royal family. They've come under so much fire and vitriol recently, and by Harry and Meghan doing this sit-down tell-all interview with Oprah, and let's just be honest, it's not the truth, it's their truth. There are two sides, maybe three sides to every story. But I'm going to talk today about what has happened over the last couple of days with regards to both parties. And quite a bit of important stuff has happened. First of all, William and Kate did an event yesterday at a London school. It would have been put in their diary for months before this. You know, they don't just rock up on a whim. So people that are saying, well, look at them trying to do damage control. No, they were going to do it anyway. But unfortunately, a cheeky journalist, which I actually think shouldn't have been said, I just think it was really wrong of the journalist to say. He asked him, have you spoken to your brother? He replied, no, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do. And then this cheeky journalist asks, can you just let me know, is the royal family a racist family? To which William responded clearly and firmly, saying, we're very much not a racist family. Now, the damage that Harry and Meghan have done by doing this interview will last for decades, I believe, and it is going to shake the royal family, although I don't think it's going to shake them down too much. I don't think it's going to take the royal family down because they have dealt with bigger, uglier people than Meghan Markle. But it will no less ripple out and keep rippling for some time. Now, you'd think that this interview going out would be their final say. It's their side of the story. And, you know, this is what they went on about. They wanted to tell their truth. So you'd think they'd shut up about it, wouldn't you? Oh, no. She's getting her friends to come on telly to keep building the momentum of this fire and hatred towards the royal family. And this only goes to show that this wasn't about getting her side out. This was a pure takedown. And because it kind of hasn't worked, or worked to the effect that she wanted it to, and I believe she wanted a full-blown apology, and because she hasn't got that, she's getting her friends to speak up in the media. Now let me just get one thing straight. Meghan Markle berates her father for talking to the media. Yet, when she wants to get something out, she instructs her flying monkeys to talk to the media. But that's okay, is it? That's totally fine and it's not hypocritical. One of Meghan Markle's friends has gone on to This Morning, which is a daytime television programme. It's quite popular in the UK, but Janina Gavinka has gone on to this programme and had her say. Now, it's been said, and she has said it herself, that Meghan Markle gave her full approval to speak to This Morning and start speaking up in the press. Again, flying monkey. If you don't know what a flying monkey is, it's a narcissist term. Narcissists use people to do their bidding, and those people are called flying monkeys. She basically was asked, have you spoken to her about coming on the show today? This was Philip Schofield, who's the presenter of This Morning, and he said, so she's happy for you to be talking today. And Gianna replied, we're all happy. We're living in a new era. She also discussed the fact that the royal family were well aware of Meghan Markle's mental health crisis, and that Meghan herself has plenty of emails and texts to back up their claim, and claims that the truth will come out. Now, I take that as a square threat to the royal family. That's Meghan instructing her friends to tell us, well, I've got the proof. You tell them I've got the proof. I've got everything I need to take them down to prove that I'm saying everything correct. Now, here's the problem that I have with this, is that it's been reported that the Queen will reach out to Prince Harry and gift him an olive branch to try and smooth the path to a happy family. Don't think that's going to happen. I wouldn't trust these two as far as you could throw them, because everything you say will be regurgitated one way or another back into the media. Can you trust these two anymore not to continue to blab to the press? For two people who wanted privacy, they're doing an awful lot of chatting via their friends, because Omid Scooby has now gone gone from royal reporter or editor-at-large to now Meghan Markle's friend. Yes, that's right. He's now been lifted up out of obscurity and hailed as Meghan Markle's new friend. Well, quite frankly, his book has been picked to shreds. Now, in the book, he says there were no tears, but in fact we're now led to believe there were tears. I think the worst thing that he's done recently over the last couple of days is that he's gone on and written an article for Harper's Bazaar that is so angry towards the royal family. I don't physically believe that he should be in the royal rota anymore. I mean, he's not impartial, he's gone beyond impartial, and he's gone rogue. On Wednesday, he wrote an article with this title: Stifling, Toxic and Racist. Duchess Meghan never had a chance at the palace. It continues, Royal Editor-at-Large Omid Scooby sounds off on the outdated practices and attitudes within the royal family that left the Duke and Duchess of Sussex forced to make a change. I personally don't think he should be writing about the royal family, whatever. Go and do your stuff on Meghan Markle, that's fine. Yeah, go and suck at her feet. You know, I don't really give a damn about you anymore, Omid Scooby, because you have the vitriol on Twitter that you have been responding to. You are whipping the sugars up into a frenzy, and you know you're doing it. It's downright disgusting. So again, she's using Omid Scooby, who's now been lifted up into the friend zone, as a flying monkey. So if this was supposed to be their final say, it's not, is it? Because they're still talking to the media via their so-called friends. So if they wanted to draw a line under it, they're doing terribly badly about it, because all they're doing is keeping the momentum going. And that's exactly what she wants. She wants to be the most talked about woman in the world. This is a woman who has hired the most ruthless PR company, and that actually asks them or demands them to make sure that there are numerous puff pieces that paint her in a better light. They're contracted to do that. She pays them to do that. My problem is with these so-called friends speaking out. How on earth can the royal family ever trust them again to not reiterate what was said in a conversation, a phone call, an email, whatever, back into the press? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have basically slandered the royal family to the point that the Commonwealth is on shaky ground. They've done more damage than anybody else, I believe, in the royal family, and it's on the par with the abdication. This little Miss Victim doesn't wash with me, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, we've got to a stage now, because media hype is so grotesquely huge at the moment, her ego will be inflating by the day. Case in point, Piers Morgan. He, the other day, went on and said, I don't believe Meghan Markle, I don't believe one word that comes out of her mouth. He stormed off when he was kind of egged on by the weatherman, and he was basically forced to quit. Now, it turns out that Meghan Markle complained to the chief executive of ITV asking for an apology. Piers Morgan wouldn't, so I believe ITV said, well, you either apologise or you step down. So he stepped down, and I applaud him for that, because that was a bullying tactic. Freedom of speech is going down the pan. I don't know how long I will be allowed to use my voice before I am next. If I suddenly go, then you know that I have been the next victim of cancel culture. One thing that's positive that's come out of this is more and more journalists are unpicking the truths that she tried to tell. And I applaud them for that, but we need to push harder. I'm really cross at how Oprah didn't ask more pushing questions. You know, she never asked Harry about his remarks in the past that were racist, or him dressing up as a Nazi, for example. She never once said, well, what about your checkered past, mate? How have you grown? How have you learnt? But surely we all know that wouldn't have made such great TV, would it? And apparently Gayle King has been piping up again. Another flying monkey. But this time maybe Oprah's flying monkey. And she's gone on TV and said that Meghan Markle has texts and emails as evidence that racist conversations took place. Okay then, put your money where your mouth is. Cough up. Because at the moment all you're doing is flinging accusations. And we like proof. Provide the evidence so we can see it. But what you've effectively done is just thrown a humongous grenade into the royal family, but not named who it was, and therefore slandering everybody, because everybody is now asking who is the racist. I'm going to go back to our favourite Obin Scooby-Dooby, because he has gone on the record and said that Meghan Markle has provided him with an email which he has published, in which she demands aides release a statement claiming Kate drove her to tears at bridesmaid dress fitting. That's right, Omid Scooby has published an email from Meghan Markle. This is just getting more and more bizarre. I firmly believe that they know they have a media strategy on how to literally obliterate any other news. They are systematically spoon-feeding information to maintain this story has maximum coverage. And mark my words, this is not over yet. She will continue to take pop shots at the monarchy until she thinks she is vindicated. Because never ever anger a narcissist, because they come out claws scratching. And I believe this is what's happening here. We have the situation with global coverage of the interview. She believes that she has got the world watching her, ego inflated a little bit more. She believes that the monarchy has scorned her and that people are now taking a look and wondering who in the palace said those things about skin tone. So eyes are off her in a negative light and are onto the royal family in a negative light. More ego inflation. Then we have the situation with Piers Morgan, who she believes, probably, that she got him fired. Did she get him fired? Who knows? Did her complaint to ITV get the man fired? More than likely. And then we have even more ego inflation. Can't really inflate it anymore because it's going to go bang at some point. Speaking of inflating egos, Harry and Meghan, their PR team sent an extremely bizarre warning to the BBC News not to use white old men in coverage of the Oprah interview. That's right, the PR company that Meghan and Harry use issued a formal warning to the BBC to make sure they didn't use old white men. Now, the BBC have leaked this to the media and said it's a bizarre message and that this is the UK, it's not China. I mean, this woman is sending warnings out to the UK media, the BBC no doubt, telling them how they need to cover her interview. Egotistical maniac springs to mind. So she's trying to control the narrative even more. So she's not completely content with getting her friends to speak to the news and the media. She also wants to control how that media represents her with who's speaking about it. It's ludicrous and it is really beyond bonkers. It is so obscure and so egotistical that I'm literally lost for words that this could have happened. So I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. Do you think that William did the best that he could in the situation that he was in when a journalist bombarded him with those remarks? Do you think he should have remained silent, or do you think it needed to be addressed? Apparently, the Queen and Prince Charles stand by Prince William and what he said, and they totally respect him, and they are with him side by side. What do you think about the Queen reaching out the olive branch to Harry? Do you think it's like, no, you can't be trusted anymore, so zip it? Or do you think the Queen in her diplomatic side will actually reach out but make sure that she is backed up 100%? And I'm not here to advise the Queen at all, but Mom, get it recorded. What about Meghan Markle's friends speaking to the media and making sure that her point is drummed down even more to do more damage? Do you think that this will keep going on and on and on until either Markle is taken down or she gets what she wants, which is a full-blown apology from the monarchy? And finally, what do you think about her speaking to the BBC, sending an email, or via her PR team, which we know was from her anyway, don't we? That she wanted to control exactly who reported on her news on the BBC. I mean, that is beyond bonkers. It's really made me mad, as you can probably tell. Anyway, that's enough for my ramblings. I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.